Live, Mike is hot. What's
Hey,
going
okay.
on? What up, Diener? We
Good, man. How you doing?
went right through all that college, the high school stuff into college.
Fun.
If you stumbled across this show by accident on YouTube, we're glad that you did stop in to see. I'm Big Matt.
Todd Dean. Diamond.
Diamond Dean, as we call him. The guru of all knowledge of statistics, of stats and scores. And
Yeah, I know some stats.
I'm just a big mouth that punches the buttons for the camera and types up stuff. So we appreciate y'all for stopping by and tuning in with us.
Yeah.
We're just going to cover some weekly stuff. If you caught our other post on YouTube, we did a live from third quarter coverage of the Georgia-Kentucky game.
Yeah.
Just had a little.
Just kind of have a little fun.
It is, just to get some traffic going for our Facebook and YouTube page. So we appreciate y'all. And, of course, our sponsors, Warrior Gym, the Colbert Law Firm, Scott Lloyd's Legal Service, and, of course, Gerald and April McKenzie down at Cherokee Eye Clinic. So without them, the kids here in the county don't get all the attention that they need. They were able to buy them shirts and food cards. And Cooper Austin from Spring Garden was our player of the week, and a big win for them over at Sandrock to win region over there. So now we're going to move into college stuff. So if everybody's still tuning in, we hope that you guys are. Would you like to start with our top 10, or you want to hold that till later? I just want to talk about some games. What does the people want?
Oh, well, here, let me just read off the scores, and we'll go to games after that.
Okay.
Highlight it. This is just the top 25 in SEC. San Diego State beat San Jose State 19-13. Oregon survived against California 24-17. A&M beat Missouri 35-14. Michigan State beat Indiana 20-15. Auburn beats Arkansas 38-23. LSU 49-42 over Florida. That shock you?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, it did me too.
Well, they just usually don't beat them.
Oklahoma State beat Texas 32-24. Cincinnati still thumping 56-21 over UCF. Purdue upsets Iowa, another shocker, 24-7. You all right?
I'm getting cramped, guys. If anybody's watching,
Georgia holds its number one spot, 30-13. Baylor beat BYU 38-24. South Carolina survived against Vandy on the last play of the game, 21-20. Alabama wins easily, 49-9. NC State beats Boston College 33-7. Oklahoma 52-31 over TCU. Ole Miss beat Tennessee 31-26. And last but not least on scores, Utah beats Arizona 35-21. And that's it. That was the top 25 in the SEC. And do you want to do you got my top 10 on there?
Yes, we'll give our top 10.
Okay.
Y'all guys watching, I did put it on the page, and you can watch accordingly.
What's the AP top 10?
AP top 10.
I mean, ours is pretty close. I mean, I'm not saying that they got theirs from us.
Mine's not. I'm ranking it by how the teams looked and how they played.
Yeah.
And they have...
Of course, Georgia's going to be number one on everybody's list, I would think.
AP polls, they have Georgia, Cincinnati, Oklahoma, Alabama, you top four.
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all are looking at ours, y'all can see what we have 1 through 4.
What did I have?
Can you see on? You can see it on there.
Well, I was looking at.
And then 5, Ohio State, 6, Michigan, 7, Penn State, Oklahoma State, 8, number 9, Michigan State.
Okay.
So let's see.
Now, you didn't have much different. I can understand you putting Alabama over Cincinnati. I mean, I really can.
Does that mess you up right there? Wait till that comes up on there.
No, I've got it.
No, I mean, just wait a second. It's fixed to come on there. It'll be delayed just a little bit.
So I got Georgia top 10. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
Now
I got Georgia, Cincinnati, Oklahoma. And the only reasons I've got Oklahoma and Cincinnati, do I think they're better than Alabama? Probably not. But they hadn't lost a ball game. Somebody asked me today, are you really putting them over Alabama? I'm like, well, yeah, they hadn't been beat. That's my preference.
Yeah.
Other people's got their preference.
Yes, then that's for me. I got Georgia, Alabama, Cincinnati, Michigan for 1 through 4. I'm not high on Ohio State at all. I don't even know why I even really have them in the top 10. I don't like their play. They don't play anybody. They have the weakest schedule in the world.
They do have a weak schedule this year.
And the only reason Cincinnati's even in there, I think they've only beat one ranked team.
Yeah, they beat Indiana. I think Indiana was ranked at that time.
Yes, and which now
Indiana's not 2-5.
They fell apart.
Yeah.
So it looks worse. Oklahoma, I don't think Oklahoma can.
You just keep winning, but I don't know how good they are.
They're going to win their division. They're going to win it. That's just how it's going to be. I got Penn State at 6. Oklahoma State, they played good yesterday. They had a good game. Michigan State won a good game. Their quarterbacks played very well. Oregon,
they're good running back.
They've lost a game.
I think they're good. I think Oregon's good.
And Ohio State rounds up my top 10. Now, tell me, let's see,
I got Georgia, obviously. Cincinnati. I'm apprehensive about that, but, you got to put them there. In my opinion. Like I said, I may be wrong on that. Oklahoma, that was hard to put them over Alabama because they just keep surviving. Michigan 5, Ohio State. I definitely think that's the top 4 teams in the country right now. I don't know. Michigan may be better than Oklahoma and Cincinnati.
It's all tossed up. It's going to work itself out next week or two anyway.
Ohio State, Oklahoma State. Who do I got at 7 there?
Oh, Oklahoma State.
8, Oregon. Yep. Then Michigan State and Penn State.
Yeah. Okay. Now, the biggest difference me and Dean have on here is Ohio State. He's got them 6. I wouldn't even put them. I wouldn't even going to rank them.
What'd you have them 10?
10. I just
know their history. I think they're going to come on and win that conference.
They may. Now that Iowa's out.
Yeah.
Because they would challenge them. Yeah. But and the thing is, like for Iowa, you got to remember this, guys. Iowa losing that game. What was the score? I had it
24-7.
See that
just didn't make a lot of sense to me.
And Purdue, okay.
Yeah.
Let me give you some facts here. Purdue is the only team to have upset a number 2, a 1 or a 2 in the history of football, Dean. Mm-hmm. They've done it 9 times.
Purdue's upset the number 1 or 2 9 times.
And the only other team even close to doing that is like Oklahoma, and they've done it like 4 times.
Wow.
So if you're ranked 1 or 2, and
you don't want to play Purdue,
and Purdue is not ranked 9 times.
So what you're saying is Georgia and Alabama, if they get in this Final Four, they don't want Purdue to be in there.
No. Just by statistical stuff, just by math.
9 times.
Guys, I'm telling you that.
That wasn't even close yesterday.
No, that's what I'm saying. Alabama getting beat the other day. The score was.
That was a close game.
The score says it was closer, but it really wasn't that. The special teams, we got a block there, and I think that made us look a little better than what it really was.
Yes.
But really, though,
maybe
they beat us by 2 touchdowns. Bama was really beat, honestly, by 2.
Yeah,
by 4.
I would agree with that. At least 10 points.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was and everybody has a down week. But Iowa had already beat Iowa State, who was ranked at one time, and they beat Wisconsin. So not a bad team.
Talking about this game here, since we're on that topic.
Penn State too. My bad, they beat Penn State.
While we're on the Purdue Iowa topic, Dean, O'Connell, which is a great name for a kid from up there, O'Connell, he's 30 for 40, throws for 375. No picks, 2 touchdowns.
That's amazing.
464 total offense for the Purdue Boilermakers. 86 rushing. Bale had 11 catches for 240.
Wow.
240.
That means that you can't cover him. Nobody can, apparently.
A guy from Iowa can't. That's their defense. Well, that's that Big Ten. That's that tough, raw-nosed defense. They give up 250 yards to one kid. Mm-hmm. That's not real good.
No, I didn't.
So all that talk about the Big Ten, Iowa's going to thump somebody, that's out the window. Well, we knew it anyway. But some people get fired up on it, and they're really just kidding.
Well, I think.
And now even their jokes are not even liable anymore.
No. No, and I hate that kind of because I enjoyed that. I kind of wanted to get to that.
Yeah.
We had a buddy. He's kidding with us, and he's joking. I don't think Georgia can play with Iowa. We were looking forward to hearing that for 4 more weeks, and then they lose to Purdue.
They got throttled.
And I don't know. I don't know. I just don't You can have off weeks. That's college ball.
Petraeus from 17
college ball.
for 32. Iowa's quarterback. But he threw 4 picks.
Oh, my gosh.
No touchdowns.
Well, that's what got him.
76 yards rushing. So it looks like the Purdue defense nailed the door shut. They didn't even have 200 receiving. Purdue had the ball for 34 minutes.
So Purdue has 500 yards of offense and 4 interceptions. Wow.
That's just that's why that's the thing.
They held them to less than 300. Wow. Hey, hats off to Purdue. That's my team of the week.
Yeah, we'll get a helmet sticker to Purdue.
I mean, I didn't know those stats.
They just, I didn't either.
You play the game.
Yeah, that's Geraldine Fife and A&M Bama and
I mean, that was a shocker.
All
A&M
those
wasn't ranked.
Those any of the the other guy Hanley Aniston beat Hanley.
Beat by 1.
Right now, this time of season, guys, if there's any young people still listening or on the podcast, don't start looking ahead. That's what happens when you start looking ahead.
That is.
Keep on track. Just keep your nose down. You play faceless opponents and keep doing what you're doing. What other games you on talk? How about Georgia, Kentucky? Man, you Bluegrass Wildcats up there, Dean. They put up a little bit of a fight.
They did. I didn't think they looked that bad. But now listen to this, Matt. 22-18.
Are you talking about Kentucky?
243 yards.
Yeah, 244 total. Levis had 193 passing.
I thought he looked good.
I did too.
I thought he looked good.
32 for 42 against the.
But see, he's not gaining any yards on the catch. That's 6 yards of completion.
32 for 42 against Georgia.
That is good. But man, Georgia Tech, when they hit you, you're down. How many yards did Kentucky get after the contact?
Well, they had 51 rushing for the day.
Oh my gosh. Now Georgia's defense.
Robinson had 40 and a touchdown. Kentucky had the ball for 37 minutes.
Let me give you one stat here, and you don't even have to know much about football to know this. Wan'Dale Robinson caught 12 passes yesterday. This is the testament to Georgia. This is how good Georgia is on defense. For 39 yards.
Yep. 40 yards and 1 touchdown.
On 12 catches.
Some Smoke had 14 rushing.
Smoke. And Rodriguez had 7 carries. Leading rusher in the SEC, 7 carries, 7 yards. On the other hand, Bennett, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Bowers had over 100 yards receiving.
Somebody said something about him for the Heisman. Come on, guys.
It's be easy now.
Now, McConkey did catch 1 for 15, but Georgia, of course, they just keep chugging along.
Cook and White both tear them up for about 100 for just combined for them.
They combined for 100. Milton, 33 on 4 carries.
I like him.
He's good. Benton Burge had told us he would be good. 142, 157. Georgia, 407 yards.
They held the ball for 22 minutes.
But see, what people don't realize is Georgia, they're not having to do much on offense.
They scored quicker. Kentucky had the ball for almost 40 minutes, almost twice as long as Georgia.
And
almost
30-13.
So that tells you how fast they scored. And I'll share another little tidbit for you about SEC football.
Good, man.
Here's another thing. Here's why you hit the subscribe button. 46 points allowed in 7 games is an SEC record set by Alabama in 1992.
Which was
Langham.
Everybody will agree that was an unbelievable defense.
So this Georgia defense has done something that ain't been done in 30 years. 46 points allowed in 7 games. Even Nick Saban's Kirby's defense at Alabama didn't do that. 46 allowed in 7 games.
And they're only giving up about 200 yards average a game.
So good luck to the Crimson Tide to try to beat Georgia.
It's a tall order. If they play again.
I'd assume they will. They're
Which everybody's, kind of set that up.
I'll just do this right now. It's our show. We can do what we want to. Just right now. Now, this is podcast 2. Y'all were witnessing. Right now, if Alabama and Georgia plays, I'm going to go
36-24. It's not a bad score. I think Alabama could gain yards on them, but...
now this is just today. And
right now.
And I'll try to
30-21.
I'll try to remember to keep this. Now, this may change. I mean, it may change as
No way. Georgia's not the best team in the country today.
No, they're one. There's no doubt. And, look, I'm not trying to toot our horn, but if you're subscribed on our YouTube channel, we got about 50 people over there. we are going to be transferring over to YouTube at some point at the end of this year. So if you're watching us on Facebook Live and you would like to continue to watch us live, you need to go on over. Just click on over right now. Go over to our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button and the bell. It'll tell you when we're going to be on Sunday night, same time, but we're going to be on YouTube. Facebook is a mess. It's dumped us 2 or 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And it's even I seen it cut off a while ago, but it went back on. But my point to that now to make is we got 2 different videos. You can watch our short videos on the top of the page up there on our subscribe channel. There's short videos, little videos, and it says, is Bama number 1? Question mark. Now, we did this 2 months ago. Sitting right here behind the table, and we said, I don't know how we can put Bama number 1. They've lost too many players. They got a new quarterback, a new offensive coordinator, and those weapons like Waddle and Smith are gone. I don't know how we can put them at 1. We would probably think that Georgia or Oklahoma would be 1.
We didn't
and
get
now,
a lot. We
here we are.
A lot.
Not really, but
Not
now
really.
here we are. Maybe we do know what we're talking about.
We may, a little bit. I just...
And to prove it, I'm just saying, you can go on our YouTube channel and see the date when we talked about this, and we laid all this out. I don't.
And I'll say this to Alabama fans, and I don't take this wrong,
No,
but we better hope that
we're
we
fans
don't
of
play Georgia for right now.
we're fans of Alabama. I mean, I have been my
good
whole
thing
life.
if they do play them again, and it's 5 weeks. You don't want them right now. I mean, they're not gonna. Bryce Young's not gonna. I mean, he'll do all right. He'd probably do as well as anybody did against them.
He would. There's no elite.
It's not gonna be nothing to it.
There's not an elite running back. There's no elite guy on the defensive line. There's no names to mention to just scream about at wide receiver. Michie is great.
Michie and Williams are both good.
JoJo Earl's great. We like JoJo. He dropped 2 last night. Just kind of catching to go between his arms.
Yeah.
See, man, in a title game, you do that to Georgia, guess what? When that goes through your arms, you get blasted in the face, and they get to recover the ball. Guess what? They got the ball on the 5, and they score in one play. You're down 7-0, just like that. Well, we stopped them. They had to punt. Well, because you're not paying attention. In a title game, boom. Because ask Georgia what happens when Tua dropped back and looked that guy off and threw Smith over the corner touchdown. You lose a national championship for just 1 second. You're not paying attention.
2nd and 26.
And I think Georgia's learned their lesson through that, and I think Georgia's 10 points favored over Alabama right now in a title game.
Yeah. In the SEC, yeah. And whoever wins that will obviously get into the...
Yeah.
Alabama will be out if they lose. If Alabama was to beat Georgia, they may find a way to get Georgia... I don't think Georgia's going to lose in the regular season. I do not think they'll lose a ball game.
Their defense is just good.
I hope I'm not jinxing them, Mike.
Their offense is just good enough just to get by. They remind me of the 10, 12, 15 Alabama teams when Kirby was there. They're just so stingy on defense. You're not going to score. If you get scored twice, well, they ain't got to score but 3 times to win. If they score 17, they can win because you only scored 10.
Well, you think about
about
those great defenses.
That's
Alabama
the way he used to do it.
They never let down. Nobody ever gained yards on them. They did lose some ball games. I mean, Johnny Manziel, I'll give Johnny. He did good against them. He was it. And nobody
I got Ole
torched
Miss.
him. Oh, yeah, they did. You talking about old Laquan Treadwell?
Yes.
The big receiver?
Well, he was good.
Yeah. Yeah, he was an Alabama killer.
Yeah.
Still plays pro. I don't hear much out of him.
The other little short guy that played with him that year, too. Dexter
McCluster?
Boy, he's good.
They
give Bama some fits.
Yeah.
And there were some old Arkansas teams that give Bama fits, but mostly overall in general.
And that's what I say out of this Georgia team. Maybe even better. I mean, God, I didn't see Kentucky gain a yard after contact. Not a yard.
Now, nobody was falling forward in the Kentucky-Georgia game.
I mean, it was no yards after contact. and they're getting more and more fired up. They're excited about playing defense right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're chomping at bits. They can't wait to go next week.
What about Auburn, Arkansas?
Auburn, big win. Nix.
Is that an upset? I think it is.
So.
I think it is.
Especially on the road. Quickly, Nix, 334 yards of offense. They said he is a changed man.
97.4 QBR, guys.
Bigsby, they got him into action. You had said they need to start running him more. Somebody said they're not running him enough, which that was against Georgia. but he had 68 yards. Jefferson, they stopped Jefferson. He had 294 yards of total offense. The only person they didn't stop was Traylon Burks, 9 catches or 109. But, Nix, 292. No, 334 total offense and 3 touchdowns. What do you think about the transformation of Bo Nix? Obviously, we kid around about him, but he is playing a lot better.
He's playing better.
Everybody would agree.
Yeah, he's just settled down. And he's. I think he's went back to. You go back to those old school things to where when you were young, like I think he just got in his own head. I think he was fine the whole time. He just got in his own way, and I think he probably went back to. Usually, you fall back on your parents, and his dad was a quarterback, played there,
right.
And I bet, I'm just assuming this. I don't know this at all, but I could see this happening. Going home for the weekend and saying, Dad, let's just go out in the yard and throw the football.
Right.
And his dad saying, son, you're not moving your feet. I can see me and Marcus doing this when he would, play baseball or something. And he'd have a good streak for a little while, and he'd have a bad streak. We'd just go to the Cajun, and we could adjust little things. And it seems like Bo just goes home. Bo starts adjusting his feet. And he's got his shoulders motions down the field where he's throwing the ball. He just looks more comfortable throwing the ball because there's no different really big change on the line. The offensive line's still nothing to write home about.
No.
But he throws 2 touchdowns. He did throw a pick. I mentioned his QBR is 97.4. That's pretty good. And he hooks up with Robinson for 81, Jackson for 61, and Johnson for 39. And he hits all those guys for touchdowns, Johnson and Robinson. So, and it helps that McClain on defense had 15 tackles.
He's good. Jacoby, he may be one of the better defensive players in the league. And, I'll get to that in a minute, but our linebacker, Alabama's linebacker, had a great game last night.
It just looks like he just went home and he settled down and just kind of chilled out. Does that make sense?
Right. Yes.
Sometimes you just need to go home, eat a piece of pound cake, and have a glass of sweet tea.
Everybody thinks, they work harder. They work harder. No, I heard an old story about a team down in South Georgia that went 11-4. They won the state championship. But they started out 0-4. And you know what they did the Monday after they started out 0-4? They get ready for practice. Coach goes, don't get dressed. Come on, you'll get on the bus. They had a hot dog dinner. Said that from then on.
Didn't lose another game.
No loss of focus.
It's up here. Nothing. And a good coach can recognize when they're physically prepared for the what's going on in front of them. But sometimes you just get in your own way, is in their head, and obviously he recognized that. Now, there's sometimes you need to, drag your butt off the bus. Like
I think they were 1-4, my bad. They won 10 straight.
Like Coach Dye did when Auburn lost to Georgia in 1960, 70 something. Coach Dye gets them back in and gets them off the bus when they get back to Auburn. And they get on the field and they turn lights on and they run and do tackling drills. Sometimes there's a need for that because he obviously seen there was a physical breakdown. But these mental breakdowns I think Bo's had, I think you just need to go home and just chill out.
Sometimes that's the answer. And I know I'm not being goofy here, but the Bad News Bears, Walter Matthau, cusses them out. And they're all looking at him like, are you crazy? And finally he just goes, okay, y'all just go play ball. And then they played better.
I've coached with the little kids. I've done it on the mound. You go to a kid and he's throwing wild. I promise you I did this. I just go to the mound and say, hey, buddy, you and your granddaddy, y'all been fishing this year? And he went, what? I said, well, have y'all been fishing? And he goes, well, no, we hadn't got to go fishing. Man, we are just. I said, hey, look, we're playing ball right now. Just go up there and throw some strikes for me and see what you can do. It worked. He throwed strikes the rest of the 2 innings he pitched. Just sometimes, man.
Sometimes not coaching, best coaching.
That's exactly right. And another note here, Dean. Arkansas goes 0 for 3 on 4th downs.
That killed them. I hate that for Pittman. I like him too. That's 3 straight for Arkansas.
I'd like to mention something. I don't think I wrote them down. Maybe you did. LSU.
I did not write nothing down about. I just know they had a boy set a school record for 287 rushing yards. Yeah,
that's a record for a game, rushing yards in a game, an SEC record.
Let me go check here. Hold on.
I'll talk about this while you look for that. Ole Miss 31, Tennessee 26. Coral, he may be up for the Heisman. A lot of talk about that.
I think he should be.
Oklahoma State 32 to Texas 24. Now Texas holds up for 317 total yards, and Sanders had 400 total yards. Passed for 178. He did, and they rushed for 220. With 8 minutes on the clock, it was 45-31 for Oklahoma and TCU. Rattler still not playing. Williams had over 304 touchdowns. Brooks had over 100 yards running at the time. Woods is second, 75, and Hazelwood had 56 rushing at the time. Now, LSU and Florida, Dean's looking into that right now.
I got it right here.
LSU 49, Florida 42. Travis.
Tyrion Davis Price.
Runs for 275, which is an SEC record for a game. That many yards in one game.
I'm trying to see what
And we'll go back and talk about
his yards this year.
Tennessee a little bit. We kind of already have at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, well, I can't even get them. They don't even pull him up. He had 287, and I don't know that he gained many yards this season. But the total stats on that, Matt, were 488 to 454. But turnovers killed Florida.
Yeah.
Turnovers just killed them.
Dane said they had to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out. So, that is what it is. Congrats, LSU.
4 interceptions.
And by the way, which I've already shared on the page an hour ago, Coach O is moving on. He's going to, I guess, spend some time with his family. He'll finish the season, and he'll ride off in the sunset on his little
he's had a good career.
His little pontoon boat out in the swamp, and he'll go down there and go Tigers.
He's happy. He's a happy guy. I mean, I'm glad they got him. That got him off his back. I can't say that I was for LSU. I don't know. Florida's a better team than losing like they have been. I don't know what's going on.
Same thing. I think they're just in their own way. They
nearly beat Alabama, who's ranked in the top 5 in every category.
Yeah.
In every poll.
A lot of it's mental stuff, breakdown.
They're having some quarterback troubles too.
Well, your Crimson Tide, they roll out 49-9 over. Rogers goes 35-55. He throws 300 yards, but he throws 3 picks, which was picked off by Battles got 2 and Job got 1.
And Battles run 1 back, right?
Yes. Also, we can say this: 543 total yards. Nick Saban's, I think, it was his 200th win as coach at Alabama. 200 wins at Alabama.
And 2 losses. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, it ain't much from that. He's like 2-10.
He's probably lost.
Now, some of those losses
He's lost 20 something.
But on the record, there's 10 of those losses because they canceled that season because of that book scandal.
Yeah.
But anyway, 543 total for Young.
Carries. How many times did they run it?
Run the ball. Mississippi State ran the ball. Minus 41 rushing. 19 rushing attempts. He threw the ball 55 times.
And he just ain't going. He's not going to change, is he?
Ruiz had 3 good kicker. He was 3 for 3 kicking field goals.
I'm not going to say nothing about it. He does what. I mean, he's the head coach. You can run what you want.
19 rushing attempts. That don't mean he gained any. Well,
that's not working, though. That's not going to work.
Well, it's minus 41.
It's not going to work. Y'all, I know there's Mississippi State fans. I know some Mississippi State fans. Better move on.
Looks like Bama spread the ball around running it. Williams 78, Robinson 73, Sanders 27. Michie catching the ball had 107. Battery's dying. 117. Hey, Holden even had 70 receiving. Williams had 77 receiving.
Williams is good.
Robinson had 68 receiving, and all 4 of those guys had touchdowns.
And your boy Toa had 13 tackles.
Yeah, I'm excited that he's playing better.
Because you wasn't real high on him last week.
No,
I think he's a good pass defensive line. I think he's good against the pass. He may be a different kind of linebacker.
I don't know. He's not a. He's still got a. He's just so small. He's kind of little in the britches, and he just hadn't done a lot to really impress me. There's nothing wrong with him.
That was his best game. You just don't think he's as good as Hightower.
No, God, no.
He's got, and is he the captain of the defense?
I hope
Is he
not.
the signal caller?
No, I think more. I understood it.
Battle.
It was more Battle, one of them. Yeah.
Battle's good. Battle's good. But now Toa, he's got to get a lot of guys lined up, it looks like. So, but
Crimson Tide's winning. All right. Next week at 6 o'clock on ESPN, Bama will host Tennessee. Dean, Auburn is off. When they come back, the 30th, they will play Ole Miss. They will host Ole Miss, Auburn. Georgia plays Florida at 2:30 on CBS. The Ducks will be at UCLA at 2:30.
Georgia plays Florida this coming week?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And Ohio State will be at Indiana 6:30 on ABC. Notre Dame hosting USC. They'll play at 6:30 on NBC.
That might be a good game.
LSU at Ole Miss. So, run back through these. Well, I mean, I'm gonna pick that Bama. Bama beats Tennessee.
Yeah, I would think. I'd think 3 touchdowns. I'm going to say 38-17. Well, we don't have to pick the score, though, do we?
No, 30.
But I do think Tennessee's better than.
I'm going to get Auburn for the win against Bye.
Yeah, I don't know. Bye's good.
Idle's tough.
And Auburn is playing well. They really are.
They're better. They will have Ole Miss when they come back.
I think that's going to be a big game.
Yeah, I think
big
so
game.
too. And it's at Auburn, so all the calls are going to go that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big game for Coach Harris.
Georgia, Florida. I'm going to go Georgia.
I can't pick against Georgia.
I'm going to think because Florida got reeled that time, I think they're going to keep it closer. I think they're going to get back in focus, but they still don't beat.
But I will say this: if anybody's going to upset Georgia, it's going to happen Saturday.
It'll be them. If Oregon at UCLA, I like the Ducks.
UCLA's good, but I'm going to stick with the Ducks. I don't know. Wait. Where's it at?
At UCLA.
I'm picking Oregon to get beat. They nearly got beat by Cal this week.
Todd picking UCLA. Okay.
I got to do something
The
different.
Stink Eyes at Indiana, 6:30.
No way they lose.
I'm going to Stink Eyes. Notre Dame host USC. I'm going to stick with Notre Dame USC. I don't know if they've got a coach.
Since it's at home.
They ain't even got a coach.
Oh, USC does not have a coach,
yeah.
right? Help. Yeah, I don't. I'll stay with Notre Dame.
LSU at Ole Miss. I'm going to ride with the Ole Miss Rebels. I think they're going to be reeling and rocking. After that, the last 2 weeks of close games, it's at Ole Miss, a hotty toddy.
And LSU is hot right now. I mean, after that big win yesterday, but I still won't stick with Ole Miss on that one.
If it was at LSU, I would have picked LSU. I would have said
Coral will win the Heisman. He is the leading candidate right now. Which we think Cincinnati's quarterback ought to get some love.
He should.
And believe it or not, since we're both Alabama fans, we don't necessarily agree that he's the top candidate right now.
Bryce Young?
Yeah.
No. No, he ain't there yet. He's got a lot of football.
He's good.
Alabama fans, slow down. This guy's got 2 more years to football play. He could probably win the Heisman in 2 more years. Not right now.
I don't know. Well, and I don't know who did that.
He can't take a game over like Tebow could and take off running the ball and run over somebody and win a game.
He did have a good game yesterday.
He won't even run it at all, hardly.
No, not much. He did run a little yesterday, didn't he?
He's killing me, man. So we like a few picks there. We'll go back and look at those next week. Braves win 3-2. We mentioned earlier over LA game 1. Sunday NFL picks today. I did watch. The Cowboys and the Patriots are on CBS. The Seahawks and Pittsburgh are playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be a good game. And the Cowboys at the Patriots. I did watch a little bit of that.
Who won?
I didn't see a final.
Let me look at that. Hold it. While you're sitting there, let's look at. I know the Cardinals stayed undefeated.
Now Thursday game, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady puts in the work and shuts out Jalen Hurts. They lose that one Thursday. Tomorrow night, the NFC battles it out. 4-1 Bills battle the 3-2 Titans.
That'll be a good game.
ESPN at Tennessee.
Cowboys beat the Patriots in overtime. Dak only threw for 445 yards. Jones did pretty good, but
Yeah, miss off.
Okay. We need to tell them we're gone. Or are we just gone?
No, we're on mic. There's just no camera.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get through it. We almost did it. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see here. Monday, ESPN, we mentioned the Bills and the Titans. And so the Cowboys win what? What was the score?
35-29. Dak threw for 445 yards.
35-29. Okay.
445. And listen to this. Now, you're not going to believe this. I got 92 points in fantasy football, and the guy I played this week had Dak. He's got 140, so I'm losing by 48. Because Dak give him, let's see how many points Dak gave him today. Oh, let's see here. Oh, he only got 30 points. Jeez.
Who won the Miami and the Jaguars, I wonder?
Jaguars won their first game, 23-20.
Oh, gosh. So it's Tua. He's not even playing,
I don't
man.
think he played. Mark's got his first win, and Meyer got his first win.
He's not very. I'm not going to say Tua has been disappointing to me because I didn't expect.
Well, yeah, I mean he's hurt.
I don't expect very much. I knew when he went to the league that he's not going to be very successful because he just can't stay healthy.
No, that he can help it. He just that injury he had at Alabama was traumatic.
He just ain't nothing he can do about it.
No.
Well, we're gonna cut it off here. Camera's done shut off, so we're podcasting on Facebook. So we appreciate y'all that hung around. We went through all the college stuff, and we got plenty to talk about. And I think we covered a lot of stuff, Dave.
Yeah, we did. Good job.
Yeah, we had a good time. Appreciate you.
We're going home to eat now.
Yeah, high school stuff, guys. I'm gonna try to get out to. I like to get out to Jacksonville, cover center. That's a big game.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. Jacksonville's got a good team, center, which I know Coach Kelly will not let them. They don't need to let their guard down, and they won't.
Oh yeah, no, he knows what's at hand. He knows.
But, they got a good football team. You're talking about a team that had Piedmont by 17 points.
You seen how much they run up on Piedmont?
Yeah, 45 points and 500 yards, 475. It was
dope.
468. My bad.
Good luck to everybody this week. Nap, good luck against the Idol.
Yeah. Nap 5 winning record. Nap's got a winning record. I mean, they're 5-4, and they got one game left.
Yeah, they're off this week.
And I don't think they can keep from. Well, yeah, they can. So never mind.
Depends on how everybody else plays.
I was going to say they can't keep from.
They might not make it in. Depends on how other teams play.
Yes, but they got a great chance to get in. City Bluff 5-3.
Sandrock, Spring Garden.
6-2 and 7-1. Well, no, actually 7-1 and 8-0. I keep forgetting about the forfeits.
Cleveland's coming to town to play.
Sunday, big game.
Yeah.
Big game.
What's up, buddy? And Spring Garden will be hosting Southeastern.
Yeah.
So good luck to everybody in the county. We hope everybody's successful. City Bluff will be at Coosa. Good luck to them down there, and hope they have a good, clean game and everything goes well.
Yes, we hope the best down there.
All right, guys. Keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God. We love you. Catch y'all guys next week. Peace.
Y'all have a good week.